Yeah, so as promised to my absolutely zero views, this is the R code for the time interrupted series. I loaded everything into the Rstudio from my desktop, made sure that I told them the libraries that they needed to use. And when you do this, you just have a bunch of data. So what the data frame looks like is just numbers, basically the same thing that you would have on your CSV file. So you have to kind of tell it what to do. And so you do that by creating factors so that it knows what you're talking about when you write the code. So I made a bunch of factors. And then I had ran the descriptive statistics. And after you do that, it's super easy to run the linear model because we're just looking for the relationships between death, as I so eloquently put it, sex, and fentanyl. So biologic sex, when you see sex up there. And then you can just look at the linear model and we get our statistics that come out. And so you can see the R squared down at the bottom is 0.6528. That's our R statistic. And our F statistic is 42.3. And we have a extremely statistically significant p-value. So these types of things are super easy to do. You just have to know what you're trying to say. So this ggplot right here is the one that we cleaned up and put into the presentation that no one watched. And if we were just trying to see how these all the different factors or variables work together, we can run a second linear model. And that'll be helpful for us when we do our final linear model or our final predictives. So here's just making a couple different factors and percentages and some more descriptive statistics. If you're curious what those look like, you can just kind of click on this and it'll give you the mean, the median, then the standard deviation, and the min and the max if you need that. It also gives you other information if you want to describe like its kurtosis, but that's very advanced to talk about when no one's even listening to me. So here's a box plot, super fun. We'll check the Bartlett's test for sphericity, which means just the interrelatedness of the variables. So you can see down here is the statistic, and we'll do it for all of them just to be, oops, I forgot that's the X. That's okay. Nobody's watching anyway. So let's make our plot. So there's our box plot with a line through the middle. That's predicting the deaths as they go, and that would be the where a normally expected would be. And then we're going to add everything else, and I keep remembering that I did something different. And there's another box plot, and we're going to do it with our linear model. And we'll do it again with a relationship between everything, and you can see that the predictor is not lining up with what actually happened, and that one's kind of ugly. So let's see if we can do another one that's a little bit prettier. And if we stretch this out, it's going to be the one that you saw on the presentation that nobody watched. Have a good day.